Please.
Niache. Hapa mimi hapa kuna mapenzi. Ujiombe, mimi usiniabudu, mimi si Mungu.
Please.
God.
You know I have no one else but you.
Sasa bro, ni umefanya actually.
Sasa mimi nimedu.
Umefanya nini bro? Nenda tukue Faris. Simeona ndio anakufaa.
Spendi Faris wende napenda. I want my man back. I don't care what the society thinks. Me and Faris knew what was happening. Lakini Tony and the wife wa Faris hawakuwa wanajua anything. They were in the dark. So the guy just bunched into my house. Akakuja. Then he was like, if you don't get intimate with me, I'll blow the cover. Like nitaambia Tony everything. And since I love Tony so much, na sikuwa nataka amwambie, I had to give in.
Love that you show me, yes, that I cannot take it for granted. Love that you show me, I cannot deny.
Hello guys, what's up everybody? This is Director Samaritan 254 na kama kawaida hapa ni Eastern TV. Before we start, make sure that you subscribe, comment and also share this video iweze kufikia as many people as possible. Guys, leo tuko na a special guest. We have a lady by the name Sandra ambaye tulimpata wakiwa na vitu tu fulani, mambo ambayo yalikuwa yanafanyika pale kwenye simu yake. Amepatikana amekuwa na mahusiano ya kimapenzi, ama they have been in a relationship with the bestman who atakuwa akisimamia harusi yao ambao wanaifanya na this guy by the name Tony on the 20th of May, that is next month but one. Na jana nilimpigia simu nikamwambia nataka tuonane naye tuweze kupiga story, and when we were starting she was not comfortable appearing on the cameras until I convinced her, na leo tuko na yeye hapa. Tuambie mambo yamekuwa aje? Mambo mama.
Poa sana.
Poa. Yeah, umekuja kwa set na before we started talking you were crying and telling me that you even regret everything that happened on that day. Uko unataka simu yako iguzwe, na nimekwambia we didn't do this so that we may maybe stop your wedding from happening, ama tuko ati tumepanga ati nikuje nikuharibia relationship. It's only that it's something that happened. So ningependa uweze kuniambia unaendeleaje na maisha yanakupelekaje, and from that day have you talked with Tony?
I've tried so many times calling him, lakini every time analenga call zangu. Like late na hata ameni block, siwezi mpigia, hata WhatsApp pia siwezi pata online. Like amekata all communication with me. Na it hurts so much cause yeah, I know I wronged him big time. I messed up big time, lakini I love this guy so much. Na siwezi penda kumlose. I still have hope that we're going to solve all this, and I still believe our wedding will push through. I'm not perfect, but one thing I know for sure, I truly love this guy. And finding such a guy, I don't even think it's possible. Tony is one of a kind. I wish all this never happened to start with, but it's too late to wish for that now. shit happened. But all in all, I still hope he'll find it in his heart to forgive me and take me back.
I have some questions maybe I would like to ask you. I'm very sorry for what you're going through. And nilikwambia uvumilie, you take heart is so that you may come here on set now. Watu waweze kukuelewa. There are so many people who've been calling you names without understanding what you've gone through. Si said na wewe sikutetei, but unaongea mambo ambayo umepitia and you feel like you love this guy. Mimi ningependa tu kukuuliza ile wakati mlienda hivyo and you left with Tony akaenda kwa sijui alienda wapi, niliona ameenda hivyo. Mlienda wapi?
Tony hakuenda hata kazini, because tukitoka kwa nyumba you're supposed to go to our workplaces. I didn't even go to my workplace. I tried following him mpaka kazini. Okay, but sikumpata. I've been there several times, and every time I go there, sympathy. I don't know whether he's still in town ama ako wapi, and it's giving me sleepless nights. I can't think straight. I can't eat. I just feel depressed. I'm receiving calls from friends, everyone. They're so excited about my wedding. You can imagine all the plans we had. Like, our bridesmaids, mara napigiwa simu, fundi wa nguo. You see, all that inanifanya ni feel. I don't even know what to say to them. Sometimes I even feel like switching off my phone. I feel like disappearing because I'm even ashamed of myself. I know I can't take back what happened, but I wish I can also get a second chance, because I believe everyone deserves a second chance in this life. I had so much dreams of us together, how we are going to have kids, build a life together, travel places together, like inauma.
Can you breathe in and out kindly? Please, just breathe in and out, relax. All shall be well. All shall be well. I would like to know, how did you meet mulipatanaje na these Faris hadi mkajipata that umefikishana place umefikishana?
Faris tulipatana after nimemaliza shule. I came here in Nairobi to look for a job. And place nilikuwa nimeajiliwa kazi, Faris alikuwa anakuja. I was employed in a spa. So akakuwa client wangu, then akaona kazi yenye nafanya, you know, and how passionate I was about my job. So we continued talking. So one day akaniambia he wants us to meet and talk. So we went out for dinner one day, and akaniuliza kama akanipe capital naweza start something small kama spa hivi. Nikamwambia that has always been my dream. Nivenye sikuwa na capital ya kwanza kitu kama hiyo, so he offered to give me the capital. Now he was so nice to me. And nikatafuta place, nikaeka spa yangu. And you know, hata wewe mtu akikufanyia all that, like back then hata haku make his move to me, but he was so nice in a way that hata ile time ilifika he asked me to be his girlfriend. I wouldn't even say no, because back then hata nilikuwa nishaanza ku develop feelings for him. You know, this is the first time someone has done something for me. I don't want to say that I did it out of gratitude, but I felt I was ready to give him a chance because he deserved it. And above all, really fall in love with him. So tuka continue. Later alone, nikakuja ku realize Faris was married. He was married with kids. And I had promised myself that in as much as I want someone in my life, I settle for a married man. So immediately I got to know about it. Nilijaribu sana kujitoa kwake, but he didn't want to let go of me. Alikuwa sema he has invested so much in me, like hata kama akona bibi, he still wants me. And if I leave him, I'll never settle for another man, because he'll always make sure I go back to him. So mi nikakaa tu. I was just there, but my feelings for him started fading. So until I met Tony. When I met Tony, I was with Faris in a party, like I said. And I didn't even know, back then, I didn't even know most of Faris' friends. And it so happened that Tony was one of them. So, ushai meet na msee na uko zile za hata una hizo mafikira ama nini. So after that tukaenda tena na bishti yangu anaitwa Lucy kwa shop kubai manguo. Coincidentally, Tony was there, like he was the owner of the place. So this is the second time I'm meeting this guy. But to him, for him, ilikuwa like the first time he's seeing me. Hakujua nilikuwa nimemuona tena wakiwa na na wakiongea na Faris kwa ile party yenye tulikuwa. So mi sikujua.
So Sandra, I've listened to your story, but I would like to ask you something. Who came up with this idea of Faris akuwe yeye ndio atakuwa bestman kwenye harusi yenu?
It also came to me as a shock cause sikufikiria Tony anaweza choose Faris as
So
his
it's
best
Tony
man.
who made the decision.
Yeah, it's him who did it cause nishakwambia Tony na Faris ni mabeshte from way back. But I'd never met him till your time ya yo bash yenye tulikuwa. Yeah.
You go to the same church with Faris.
Yeah.
Na sasa, okay, you're telling me that all along hizi vitu zote zikihappen ulikam kurealize that Faris ameoa. You and wife wa Faris, are you close by any chance? Do you normally talk?
So venye nilikam kudiscover Faris is married, nilitaka kujua who his wife is. So ile tu tukiongea na Tony namuuliza by the way, bishte yako ako na bibi. Saa najifanya hata sijui Faris, but I want to get some information from Tony. Namuuliza ako na bibi, akaambia ako na bibi, hata tunaendanga church moja na wao. So nikamwambia naweza penda kumeet wife yake. So obviously toka hapo nilijua wife yake, but tukaanza saa, in fact innocently Tony akani introduce kwa wife ya Faris as his woman. Juu unasikia tena kuna wedding tunafaa kufanya. And since Tony alikuwa amechoose Faris akiwa bestman wake, obviously the wife had to be my bestman. Yeah. So he wanted us to get to know each other. But though I was feeling guilty because me and Faris knew what was happening, lakini Tony and the wife wa Faris hawakuwa wanajua anything, they were in the dark. So I just played along, tukaendelea tu until wife ya Faris akaona text messages zangu na Faris, kudial namba yangu. Unajua sasa venye we women behave. Like ukiona utataka kujua who is this lady nini. So dialing the number, she was so disappointed. Juu obviously namba yangu iko kwa simu yake. You know, when we got to know each other, tuli exchange hadi numbers and everything because I didn't see this coming. I thought everything was in control. So akanipigia, choose tu, akanipigia, and she was so rude. But obviously singesema kitu because I knew mimi ndiye niko na makosa. Yeah.
So have you ever met face to face to talk about this issue with wife ya Faris? So all along she knew what has been going on.
Hajajua for long. Alijua tu juzi tu. Actually aliget kuno last week. Ndio sasa Tony naye amejua sasa hii wiki yenye imefuata. Tony naye akajua hii story.
Has she talked anything concerning your wedding? Kuna any comment or anything amechangia kuhusu your wedding?
Definitely, I know right now. Ashasambaza story kanisa. Yeah, it's like everyone knows about it now. And that's why I told you I've been receiving calls. Cause kila mtu ashajua hii story. And you can imagine how I feel about that. I'm even ashamed to go out. In fact, hata tangu your story yanze, hata sijaenda kazini. Like I've been indoors. Yeah.
So if I may ask, Sandra, what do you want?
I only want one thing. I want my man back. I don't care what the society thinks of me. All I care about is how Tony thinks about me, and all I want is his forgiveness. I know I'm not perfect, but I genuinely love him. Yeah.
Your wedding is happening on 20th of this month, the next month but one. That is on 20th May. And right now, mambo zimeanza kuenda venye zinaenda. I would like to know, are you sure that your husband to be ama Tony will agree to be your, or he will agree to marry you after hizo vitu zote?
I don't want to say no. Because I still have hope. And Tony, is every man's woman's dream. And losing him would be like losing myself too. That's why I'll do anything to get him back. All I want him to do is give me another chance. And I promise it will never happen again.
Let me ask you something, Sandra. You've tried to detach yourself from Faris. Umeniambia hivyo, you've tried to detach yourself from him, and it has become so difficult because even I read the messages, anasema hata ukiolewa kukulana is a must. How many times have you gotten intimate with him at the same time when you're still with Tony?
It was only once, and I didn't even do it willingly. Like, obviously, since alikuwa anajua Tony na anajua kwenye Tony ana stay, na unajua Tony ako na job yake. So alitaka tu kujua niko wapi. It so happened that I was in the house that day. Tony alikuwa kazini. So the guy just bunched into my house. Akakuja, then he was like, if you don't get intimate with me, I'll blow the cover. Like, nitaambia Tony everything. And since I love Tony so much, na sikuwa nataka amwambie, I had to give in. But
in Tony's house?
Yeah. In his house. You don't know how guilty I felt. I couldn't even look Tony straight in his eyes after that. I felt so bad.
Do you love Faris?
I used to, but not anymore.
Do you still feel like you have his feelings? As in, not loving him, but having his feelings?
No. Yes, I'm grateful for everything that he has done for me, but that's all. But he has become a threat to my life.
For how long were you willing maybe to keep or to speak it out or to tell Tony what you've been going through?
Since I discovered how much I love Tony. Before, I never thought Tony was serious with me. So I also didn't take a relationship serious. But when I came to discover how much he loves me and I love him back, I told Faris that we can no longer continue, because I was already happy with Tony. And I wanted to make things work between us. So, and when you love someone, you give it your all.
Sure.
I wanted to be the best woman for Tony, but Faris could let me be. He couldn't let me be.
Quite a sad story from Sandra now. Before we wind up or before we end this coverage, I would like to give you a chance maybe to talk to your husband to be, that is Tony. Tell him something.
Tony, if you're watching this, and I know you are, wherever you are, please come back to me. My life has never been the same since you left. I love you so much. And I still want to be your bride. I already have my gown. And I want to put it on. Please, make my dream come true. And take me to the altar.
Guys, don't want to take much time here. Tony, we are looking for you. I called you yesterday, your phone was off. Please put on your phone so that I may call you. Ndio tuweze kusort haya mambo. Even if you don't want him or you don't want her, just tell her that you hutaki, because instead of going silent, I know that you're hurt, but I've created for you I'm creating for you some space for you to come and discuss about your issues. I never expected this. Now, as I said, everything happens for a reason. Sandra is here and ameniambia she will not blame me. If Tony loves you, he will come back to you. If it was not meant to be, it will never meant to be, but I'm hoping for the best. Guys, I was your host, Director Samaritan 254. Now, let's meet kesho. here at Eastern TV, whereby we'll be bringing you some more updates on what is happening in the stories that we've been doing. Maybe it's her story or some other stories. Until next time, we are with peace, love, and unity.
Love that you show me, yes, that I cannot take it for granted. Love that you show me, I cannot deny.